Colorado.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vail for Friday, July 23rd, 2021. I'm one of your hosts this morning, Erik Stahl, alongside Maddie Evans. Maddie, did you have as entertaining of an evening as we had here in Avon?
I mean, I was in Avon while all of it was happening. It was wild.
It was indeed. Those flash floods, they actually came. We were not really feeling it. We were thinking all the flash flood watches were just purely related to Glenwood Springs. But lo and behold, yesterday, with the snap of a finger and the clap of thunder, we got flash floods in Avon, and it absolutely devastated some areas of town, such as where I live, off of Nottingham Road. Mudslides, some barren, vegetationless, steep hills that border kind of the north side of Nottingham Road. And when you get heavy rain, all of that thick clay just decides it has to go for a ride. And it went for a ride across I-70. It went for a ride across the bike path. Went for a ride into some people's homes around Lake Nottingham. Went for a ride in front of my house. There was a river and about 2 inches of standing mud in front of my porch. My neighboring complex to the east had about 1 inch of mud inside of their lower units. So I wish everybody the best that lives in Avon, and hopefully none of that really affected you and you got to stay away from it. Like Maddie, for example, and just watch the chaos and not actually live in the chaos. Because boy, that was a brutal rainstorm.
I mean, Eric, you know where I live, up on the mountain. If things decided to go up there, my house would be taken out.
Yeah,
there would be nothing left of it.
One of my first texts was to see if you were in Vail and like if
I
it
know.
was as bad, but
I know.
you luckily escaped it. But it wasn't as bad in Vail, or at least in Intermountain area, huh?
No, I didn't have any real issues. I mean, there was a lot of standing water on the drives to and from, but other than that, it was pretty mellow, thank goodness.
Yeah.
It made for a very wet and muddy dog.
Yes. Yes. Dog struggles were real yesterday. Oof. I still have mud just tracked all over my house right now. So that's going to be a fun weekend activity.
Yep,
Taking care of all that.
A good cleanup constantly. And it was crazy because when I was driving into Avon, it was right as the rain really started coming down. And I decided to take that road that's between Walmart and where that new apartment complex is, and then continuing into the town of Avon. And there was so much standing water where the rodeo grounds used to be, were just coming across. There was like a mini mudslide there.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was like, oh, we are in for it right now. Like, this is only going to get so much worse as the day as the rain continues.
Yeah.
And man, was I right. Then I was pouring beer for Colorado Native Beer Company, and I was at Beaver Liquors, and that line for people that were just trying to leave Avon went all the way up and around. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, the closure of I-70 in Avon diverted all of I-70 traffic through Avon, and we're just a little town here. We can't really handle all of that traffic. So
No, and those roundabouts being engulfed in the mud. Even this morning, when I was driving in this morning from Vail, I was getting off at that Avon exit, and there was just like a cloud of dust that was engulfed right there just from people driving on it. And then coming onto the road, Benchmark Road, there was just like little mudslides everywhere.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was an interesting evening, to say the least, and we've got more of that in store. Heavy showers expected for this evening, heavy showers expected all day tomorrow. Potentially the storms move south or north of us, so we don't get quite that much precipitation, but keep your head on a swivel. that very much could happen today again.
Which is, I mean, we kind of love it. I secretly kind of love it, even though it's caused complete chaos. I love the precipitation. The rivers are going to be good again. Our fish are going to have a better chance at life this summer. Maybe we'll come out of a stage 1 fire ban eventually. Like, there's some great things.
Yeah. There's some good stuff comes with the rain, just maybe not quite as much as we got. We got a great Good Morning Show in store for you. Our friends from Lululemon will be joining us once again. We're going to have Frost Creek Golf Course. We're going to have a language professor, Erik Stahl. And finally, we are going to have rodeo royalty from the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. So let's get into the show after this short little break.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. Because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
All aboard!
Step on, take a look around, and take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
We saw so much precipitation last night, and I mean, it caused complete chaos and a total mess everywhere it went because there were mudslides everywhere. There were great pools of standing water continuously. I mean, it was insane, and we are expecting more precipitation throughout the course of today. An 85% chance of rain, a high of 77 degrees. So kind of like it did yesterday, we're going to see that beautiful sunshine, those warm temperatures, and then all of a sudden we're going to see this influx of just downpouring rain, which I know it's kind of bad, but I absolutely love it, even if it does cause this giant mess. As we take a look ahead into this evening, those temperatures dropping down, a low of 50 degrees, a 60% chance of moisture throughout the course of tonight. And then as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, if you are doing any traveling, it has had some very serious closures. Down in Denver, those temperatures nice and warm, 94 degrees, 50% chance of moisture. 77 degrees in Vail with an 85% chance of precipitation, 82 in Avon with that 85% chance of moisture as well, and then 84 in Eagle with that 70% chance of moisture. Right about here is where we saw that closure on I-70 yesterday. So just make sure that if you are getting out on those roads, you are really, really watching. I like to use CDOT only because it gives you great information, and it also gives you a live look at exactly what's taking place on the roadways. That way you can kind of plan your traveling ahead, especially maybe if you're headed down to the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo tonight. You'll want to watch that for sure because it was completely stopped yesterday. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow we are expecting another 70% chance of precipitation. Sunday, a 50% chance of moisture, and then maybe we'll get a little bit of a break coming into next week on Monday and Tuesday as that chance of precipitation slowly decreases. But we all asked for it. We did our rain dances, and here the rain is. That monsoon season is upon us. We're going to take a short break, and then we're actually going to chat with some people from the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake. All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and a kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Yeah.
But yeah.
With the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo going on, it started on Wednesday evening. It's going all the way through tomorrow evening. We want to bring on rodeo royalty. We've got some special rodeo royalty this morning. We've got Miss Rodeo America, Jordan, as well as next year's rodeo royalty. Correct? That's because for next year. So the first thing I was curious about, how do you become rodeo royalty? What's that process about?
Well, excellent question. So as you would think with any other kind of pageant system like the Miss America Association and whatnot, we have a pageant that we'll go through, and we compete in various events such as, speech, interviews, modeling, impromptu questions, but instead of a talent, we have horsemanship, because as rodeo queens, we are ambassadors for the sport of rodeo and the Western way of life in general. And a lot of times we go to these events and we get on horses that we've never ridden before. So you got to be able to, maneuver an equestrian animal and be able to handle whatever you're thrown.
Okay. And is it like maneuvering in the sense that I'm thinking of a cowboy? Are you guys doing the lassoing, or are you doing more like jumping over fences and
so not necessarily roping per se. We will be more carrying sponsor flags, doing presentation waves, like in the arena they'll introduce us, those kind of things, clearing the arena, like pushing cattle out of the arena after the cowboy is roped.
Okay.
So but you can be a rodeo competitor. I myself have grown up rodeoing, and I don't know about these girls, I can't speak for them.
I do compete in barrel racing in our local rodeos and then high school rodeo.
Oh, cool.
I'm the same. I compete in the high school rodeos and then the local rodeos and the barrels.
Okay.
So yeah, it all just kind of depends.
Yeah. And what drew you guys to rodeo? Was it just growing up on ranches and farms?
Yeah, personally for me, I grew up on a ranch in South Dakota. My dad was a former world champion within the PRCA system, which is the association that we represent. And then my mom, she was also a rodeo queen, rodeo competitor herself, and I and my 3 other siblings all grew up rodeoing, so it's kind of definitely in my blood. I don't know about these girls, they can speak for that.
Yeah, how'd you guys get into it?
I kind of grew up with it, but then I really started getting into it when I was like in 6th grade.
Oh, 6th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, that seems young to be like, I want to get on that horse and go for a ride through these barrels.
I've been the same. It hasn't been in my family, but I've always wanted to do it. I just started rodeoing a couple of years ago, though.
That's a quick rise to success. Already princess. Nice. That's awesome, guys. How has it been this year? How's the vibe at the Eagle County Rodeo?
Yes, absolutely. You know, one thing I'll say after coming off of the year of 2020, everyone is very excited to get out and enjoy, you know, these events again. And rodeo is one of those events that a lot of people in the community are happy to get back and support. And I definitely see that across rodeos, not just here in Eagle, but all the rodeos I've gone to this summer. It's been record-breaking crowds. It's so hopeful to see, and it's very exciting. And it's been no different here in Eagle. So the crowd's been great. The energy is awesome. So come out and see us. And yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. Do you guys sneak away to the food court? You go get a funnel cake every now and then?
Go get a funnel cake
Yes,
every once in a while. I'm
corn
kind of a
dogs.
fan of the mini donuts. So I go and get those. Yeah, absolutely. I always go visit the fair food.
Yeah, I don't know how you could help. I could not help myself if I were in your shoes. If you're getting funnel cakes every 20 minutes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's all about the showmanship for you guys, right? Like it's more pageantry as much as it is sport.
Yes, absolutely. You know, we add that element of pageantry to a rodeo. We help in the production side of rodeo. So, you know, making sure sponsor flags get out in the arena and give that recognition. And, you know, we got beautiful, you know, hair, hats, crowns, the whole thing that add an element to it. So it's great. And then also we get to, you know, visit with fans in the crowd and sign autographs and say hi. And, you know, thanks for coming out and supporting our rodeo and our sport, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Yeah.
So fans are always number one.
Oh, that's such an odd, that's great mentality. Always support the fans.
Yes.
How are you guys feeling about the rise to stardom and now representing the rodeo? And are you having to give autographs? Are you like getting nervous out there with people wanting to talk to you?
We have not been introduced yet. Tomorrow night is when we are introduced as the next year's royalty.
Okay.
So that's when we get to all the excitement and to do all of that stuff.
Is there like an Olympic torch style handoff between this year's royalty and you?
I don't think so.
They'll do the crowns though. They'll crown them.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not a torch, it's a metal crown.
Yeah, yeah. The handoff of the crown.
There we go. There we go. And the sash.
Why do they announce a year in advance? Is it just so you can kind of have that ceremony on the last day of the rodeo, is kind of handing off the royalty?
Yeah, I'll let the girls answer that question.
We've noticed too that it's not just like going to the rodeo, but you have we're making guest appearances at rodeos in like Lamar and all that type of stuff. So you need like a full year to be able to like represent your county as royalty rather than just this week.
So this week is kind of the end of the year of working.
Yes.
For the past girls.
Yeah.
And these girls are just getting started.
Okay.
So you guys just had your pageant in June, correct?
Yes.
And so they will officially take over Saturday night. So these will be the 2021 girls, and they will give up next year, will be when they're done.
Okay.
So throughout the year, the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo will kind of be like their finale to their year. And then throughout this year, like they'll go represent at other rodeos, you know, go represent Eagle County, their rodeo. So so they have a year of travel and all that kind of stuff, and getting the pageant in June and then taking over, you know, Saturday night kind of gives them like a little period to kind of prepare and get ready for the year coming.
Okay. That all makes sense. All right. That was my big curiosity of like, why do we have next year's on?
Yes, yes.
Did you guys get into mutton busting as kids? That's always my co-host Maddie is obsessed with mutton busting, always asking me to like, oh, you got to get more mutton busting coverage.
Yeah, mutton busting is an awesome event. It's a really great way to get young kids involved in rodeo. You know, you don't have to come from it, or you don't have to have all these things to be able to do it. So it's great to give that opportunity to kids within the community. I myself did not ever want to must and butt. I re-say it, but my siblings did.
Yeah.
They loved it. They were all about it.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, preferred not to. So I just waited until it was time for me to start riding horses.
Yeah. Bull riding's my favorite part of the rodeo, of course.
It is a fan favorite.
Impressive.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is. It's very impressive what those guys can do on the back of like 1,000-pound bull that wants to kill you. So
Yeah,
that's
the
awesome.
very cranky 1,000-pound bull. It's not a happy guy.
Yes.
Do you guys have a favorite event that you guys are always looking forward to every rodeo?
Mine would be the barrels for sure. I
Okay.
really like to watch the barrel races, especially coming to like a pro rodeo where you get to see people that you know their name from different places run in your hometown. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, especially if you're doing it and you know how difficult it is to manage the horse and get him to do the cool maneuverings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed watching the rough stock, but I do like barrels as well.
Okay. Well, the rough stock?
Oh, bronc riding and bull riding.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, similar. Same page. Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, it's been a great rodeo so far. Sounds like the rain's not going to dampen any spirits in case any viewers were thinking of going down, but seeing the weather, it's still going to go on tonight.
Absolutely, yes. Come out and see us. We will rodeo, rain, shine, or whatever it may be. And 7 o'clock start. Tonight's Pink Night, and tomorrow is Patriotic Night. So those are the themes. Come out and see us.
Excellent. Yeah, Pink Night's always one of my favorites. Good cancer celebration. Cancer
Yes.
survivor celebration,
Yes.
rather.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. You guys are going to be great in your roles. Love your personalities. Very bubbly. Perfect for rodeo royalty. Go check out the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. We've got Pink Night this evening. Tomorrow, it's Military Appreciation or Patriotic Night, if you were. You don't want to miss these amazing athletes handling incredible animals. And, of course, all the fun and fair and delightful food and our new royalty friends. And stick around, we've got more Good Morning Vail coming up next.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. Because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and a kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
It's kind of been a crazy year in the medical industry, and Valley View Hospital, which is a near and dear hospital right here in Eagle County, and we've got one of their fabulous physicians, Dr. Angela Ammon. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
I mean, you kind of had to drive in as you drove down past Eagle up here, so you got to see all of the chaos that took place on the roads.
Yes, I'm glad I came this morning and not last night,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah, right, exactly. With all of that precipitation, it was a scary drive anywhere.
Yes, getting home has been a challenge some nights.
I can only imagine. And I mean, I can only imagine the year that you have had with your profession and amidst the pandemic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys have been busy.
You know, it's been very busy, and you know, with the pandemic, all the change. So your brain's always occupied by what's next, what's coming, and then dealing with the same stuff you've dealt with over the years, wellness, taking care of sick people. So it's just another layer, certainly.
Yeah. Which, was it a hard transition when you had to go from being in person and seeing patients to doing the kind of telehealth for just like certain routine checkups that you would normally do with patients that you've been seeing for, I'm sure, 20 years?
Yeah, 25 years for some of them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, certainly we were really lucky. We actually were going into telehealth before the pandemic, and our hospital was great. We made a rapid turnaround. We were down for about a week doing telehealth, and then we were able to take up another space, see sick people, and ramp up to telehealth. So we had about a week or two where we were down. But it was crazy, and the unknown. I mean, you'd come in and like, every day we'd put up posters of what we're supposed to do, and 3 days later take it down because it would change every 2 to 3 days what the recommendations were.
Yeah, so drastically changing. And I mean, the vaccination is amazing that it's here and we can do that, and now we can all feel safe, and I can see your smiling face first thing this morning, which is amazing. I love it. It's like, oh, it makes me feel so whole again to be able to see people smiling. And so I can only imagine that, like, having to do that and wait for people to get their vaccines. But you've been seeing, patients for 25 years. And so some of them you're like, I need to see them.
Absolutely. And you know what was great with telehealth? And we were going to it and people were like, oh, older people won't like it. It won't be popular. And it was amazing what a difference it made. And I had 80-year-old people who logged on and I could see them and talk to them and take care of them. So yeah, it's challenging and the change was hard, but I think it's advanced medicine in a lot of ways that will be beneficial in the long term with telehealth, remote.
Yeah, I mean, it's done wonders for my family, and so I am such a advocate for it, and it's so convenient, especially if maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or something. It's right there, it's easy, and I mean, it works out perfect.
Yeah, no, and you don't wait in the office, you're not exposed to things. So that's been great. We would do it after hours on the weekends. So,
wow. Yeah, so making sure that people are fully taken care of. And this was just during the pandemic. Yeah. You guys are continuing with this a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a great change.
It's here for the long haul.
Of course. I think it is everywhere, which is so nice.
Yeah.
But down at Valley View Hospital, you guys not only practice modern medicine, but you guys do a holistic approach as well to things.
Absolutely. Several years ago, I've been employed there for 25 years, and it's a great place to work. But they adopted the plane tree philosophy, which is treating the whole person, really knowing that your family, your community so affects your health and your environment. So they built a place that's comfortable to come to. They brought amazing people in. We have cardiology, we do heart casts there. We have service animals. When you're hospitalized, you get massages. I mean, they really know the importance of taking care of the whole person. So,
which is so important right now, especially there was a giant mental health crisis last year. And so to just not treat like, oh, I have a hurt knee, to treat the entire human, I mean, is doing wonders for people's mental stability as well.
Well, touch. I mean, I can't believe, I love to hug my patients, be a part of them, and for a year I didn't. And how that touch, not having that touch just affected my connection. I can't imagine being 80, no one's around you, and Valley View knows that, right? It's massages, it's service dogs, it's all those things that, it's not just about one part of your body, it's about the whole thing, so.
I mean, I love that philosophy so much because I think it is so important. And I know personally, I'm such an extroverted human that I'm like, hi, I love you, and I don't know you. And I'm like, let me see your smile, and let's hug, and let's dance together. And I am that person, and it took such a toll on my mental health last year to not get to be social. That I can only imagine the people who were so closed off to the world because they were immune compromised. I bet it was impossible.
Yeah, no, I think it really affected them. And the unknown and the fear that just sat there. And have you ever been to Valley View?
I have not.
Yeah, I mean, you walk in the door and there's a fireplace and those things which just makes you feel at home and feel comfortable and welcome, which is important in medicine. None of us walk into a medical clinic going, yay, I can go to the doctor today, right?
Yeah.
So just feeling like you're coming to a place where you're welcome, you have a smiling face and someone touches you is things people didn't have for 12 months, some people, so
It's incredible, and you guys are just, I mean, anyone can come and see you. You're open to everyone, all age groups.
We are a patient-centered medical home, meaning we're there for the whole family, the whole community. we have strived to be same day. If a patient's sick, they need in. We are open, we're seeing new patients. Yeah.
So if someone's looking for just like a standard doctor to go get routine checkups, you guys are kind of the best place to go to.
Yeah, we offer wellness, we see kids, we see infants, we do OB up to 25 weeks, we don't deliver. We do a lot of, I mean, after being here 25 years, when I came, you know, my patients were 40, you know, now I'm doing geriatric medicine as well as pediatrics. My office, our nurse manager, I took care of her when she was 5. She's 30 and now she runs my clinic. I can't live without her. So
wow.
Yeah, it's really not, I love doing all of it. I never thought, I love change and I thought I'd be bored, but family medicine, we do so much, it changes every day. I love it.
I mean, it's incredible, and it really shows how big of a community we are and how tight-knit. I mean, it's a small valley here, but it's also such a big valley because we have such transient humans that come in and out, and they're here for a year and they're gone again, or they're here for 6 months and then they leave for 6 months and then they come back, and it just shows how like frequent our community stays together when we have stories like this.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And you have the people who have lived here forever, the ranchers. I mean, you saw some in the rodeo kids that were here before that, and then you get the person who's been all over the world and has these experiences, and having them both is great. And the support. I mean, last year I was evacuated with those fires. Yeah. And patients were texting me, asking me if I needed help. It was amazing. And then we had ranchers that would go help others. We saw videos of them helping collect the cattle and get the animals to safety for their friends, and it's an amazing community to live in, for sure.
Which is kind of Valley View's whole message, is to make sure that everyone knows they're welcome. It's open arms. Yes. There's like no restrictions of who you are and who you can't be when you walk in those doors, which is amazing.
No, and I mean, Valley View donates a lot of care, writes off a lot of care. They want everyone to come in and feel safe, no matter where they're from. That's for sure.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning to meet with us. Make sure that if you have any medical needs of any kind, that you check out Valley View Hospital. It's just right down the road in Eagle, and it's amazing. They've got a great community, and they're here for the community, which is the most important part. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Check your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
No, All right, we're going on now. Well, golf in this valley offers you an array of options, so I'm very excited to have what I would consider the best golf course in this valley. Joining me on, I've got Khaki Holland. Thank you for joining me this morning, Khaki. How are you doing?
Great, excellent. Thank you. It's a beautiful morning. We'll see what happens this afternoon. Probably some rain. Hopefully just not quite as much as there was yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah, it didn't touch us down where we were, so it's interesting that it just torrential here.
Oh, really? Eagle didn't really get any?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great news for golfing and keeping the course clean.
Exactly.
Yeah. So first off, tell us, where is Frost Creek? Tell me a little bit about it.
Frost Creek is just outside of Eagle, south, like you're heading towards Sylvan Lake State Park. So we're about 6 miles down a little country road.
Okay.
And then when you get to Frost Creek, it's surrounded by Bureau of Land Management land on 2 sides of us and federal land on another side of us. And then you go into State Park and National Forest. So we are down a little country road, so it's a little 2-lane road. Getting there, you kind of wonder if you're lost when you're driving down that road. Have no idea which direction you're pointing in.
Yeah, totally. I love going to Sylvan Lake, and that was my first feeling. The first time I went to Sylvan was like, golf course?
Right.
Mansions? Where did this just come from?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of out of the blue. You don't really notice that. You have no idea how in the world that got there.
Yeah, it's like a little golfing oasis.
For sure.
So there are a lot of golf courses here in Eagle County. What makes Frost Creek really stand out?
Frost Creek's very unique. I've been in this business for a long time, been in hospitality for 18 years, and then got into real estate and had done this over in the Roaring Fork Valley as well. And Frost Creek's 1,100 acres, and it's an old historical working ranch is what it was initially. But it is, the club itself is not a typical mountain club in the sense that when you normally tee off and you hit the ball and any of the other courses in this valley, you're usually hitting towards the mountain and watching it roll to the middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
Frost Creek plays just like a normal course would play, and it's a real intuitive course. It's not a trick course. Tom Weisskopf probably could have won a few more tournaments had he kept the ball on the fairway, so the fairway's a little wider, more forgiving. But what makes it really super unique is the fact that it's not just about golf. It is like a camp. It's like a playground. So there's an exhaustive list of other things to do, fishing and electric mountain bikes and electric scooters and a Jeep you can grab and go and take it up in the mountains and bring it back dirty and empty, and archery with compound bows, and frisbee golf and stand-up paddle boarding and hiking trails. And so there's just a multitude of things to do. So while golf sort of drives the bus, that's how people find out about us.
Yeah.
It's really all the other activities is the reason why people come.
So it's like an adult summer camp.
It
up
is.
there.
It is, truly.
What's the vibe of membership like?
You know, there's no average age
Okay.
at Frost Creek. It's really between 29 and 85. The common denominator at Frost Creek is that everybody there really wants to be a participant in life and not a spectator.
Yeah.
So it's really about finding your new passion. There's a ladies' locker room that's on the main level, and there's a couple of card tables in there. I've been there 4 years. I've never seen women playing cards at those tables. They're all outside finding their new passion. It's really fun.
And I understand the membership and real estate has been booming.
It was
Frost
nuts.
Creek recently.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Last year we did 99 new members. We did 27 lots and 17 houses. It was just an insane year. And I think, you know, when you're in Vail and Beaver Creek, most of the other clubs in this valley are on and along the highway. With Frost Creek, what made it so unique, and I think everybody was looking for social distancing, what made it so unique is the fact that it is down that windy, twisty road. We don't have the sound of convenience running beside us.
Yeah.
When someone, you know, we don't have the interstate. We don't have the interstate noise, and so people were really looking for a getaway and to be able to not be a part of the crowd. And I think that's what Frost Creek was offering that most of the other clubs really couldn't do that. And since it's not really a suburbia club, it really there's like 137 lots on this property that there are potential dwelling units there. And it's only really 6 years new in the grand scheme of things. So these lots were like 4 to 6 acres apiece. So it really, everything seems very spread out. It feels very ranchy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like your typical golf neighborhood.
Not at all.
If you're picturing Eagle Vale, if you're picturing Cordillera, where it is
dense.
Suburb type, yes, very dense. And you've mentioned a couple times that it's off the highway and down a like Western road, but having driven past it, I think it's important to note for people that aren't familiar, it's not that far away from Eagle Ranch. It's maybe 3 minutes, 5
Yeah,
minutes
it's-
past Eagle?
Right. It's just, I mean, if you were coming, what I learned when I moved to this area is that the Eagle exit is 147, the Avon exit is 167, and the Vail exit is 177.
Yeah.
So from Frost Creek to Avon, it's 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's partly because you're able to go 75 miles an hour in that one section. You're going against the traffic, not with the traffic. And so it's really about 10 minutes off the highway south, like you're going to Sylvan Lake is where it is.
Yeah, really convenient.
Very convenient. And it's just, like I said, if you're stressed out and what have you, you're watching the cows and the horses and the eagles up in the trees and the elk. There's probably 400 head of elk that would come down into the meadows and what used to be the old Hardscrabble Ranch, now the Brush Creek Valley Ranch. So the county and the town ended up buying that ranch from us about 3 years ago and turned it into conservancy easement and open space.
Oh, so that'll never get built on.
That'll never get built on.
Yeah.
And it's a part of the Eagle County Land Trust, but it will be a working ranch. So when you're driving to get to us, we'll see our horses and our cows on either side of the road. And it's really gorgeous.
And what is Haven's View? So I've read a bit. Heaven's View? Haven's?
Oh, no, Hunter's View.
Hunter's View.
Yeah.
My gosh, my brain.
No, Hunter's
Threw
View.
you for a loop, too.
The initial developer, when he developed Frost Creek back in the late 2000s, it was supposed to be 97 lots, and they were 4 to 6 acres apiece. He put $110 million into this project. And so when Chad Brew and Brew Bockel Capital bought it a little over 6 years ago, they decided they may want to try to do a little more density, and they created a neighborhood that was 83 acres, which would have been 16 big lots, into 45, and they're 0.4 to 1.6 acres. The maximum the county would allow us to build out there is 3,000 square feet, with a total footprint of like 3,750. So we created these models that were between 2,300 square feet up to 2,875 square feet that had all main floor masters, and then they had 2-car garages, oversized, 24 feet deep and 10-foot ceilings, but with the option to have a 3rd bay garage. Being in a golf course community, we thought a lot of people are probably going to want to have golf carts, or if nothing, since we're in the Bureau of Land Management land and so forth, an ATV.
Yeah.
So we wanted an option to have a 3rd car garage, and so these houses are air conditioned, fire suppressioned. They all have on hardwood floors and alder cabinets and doors, and they're landscaped because we still have senior water rights up that valley. So everything is irrigated and so forth. And so it's just a very unique place that these houses start at around 1.2 million, right now go up to about 1.6. So we sold 28 out of 44 that can totally be built in that subdivision.
So still some homes left.
Still some homes left. We haven't released them all yet. So, and they're all dotted along either Brush Creek, or there were a couple of ponds that we had in that area, and they are all stocked with rainbow and so forth. We put in about 1,000 pounds of rainbow, getting ready to next week.
A true oasis, Frost Creek is.
It's gorgeous.
But what's the best way for somebody to get in touch if they were wanting to inquire about a property in Hunter's View or golf membership or things of that nature?
Short of just calling my cell phone, going to, which ultimately is probably where it'll end up, just go to the Frost Creek website, just frostcreek.com, and you'll get to the real estate tab, and you'll see where the Hunter's View information is, or the custom home lots you could do. Because we still have a few of those left, and there's no time frame in which you have to build, and you can use your own building, your own architect. So that would be the best way to do it at this point in time.
Okay, great options. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Frost Creek sounds amazing. I didn't realize you guys had paddle boarding out there.
Oh my gosh.
Love that stuff. It's a true golfing and any outdoor activity oasis. Membership sounds like a blast, and custom homes available, some land available, and Hunter's View sounds like a beautiful little subdivision of Frost Creek. Give it a check out, and we've got more Good Morning Vail coming up next.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and a kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
We saw lots of precipitation last night, and we are expecting to see that continue throughout the course of today. So if you are doing anything outside, make sure that you take your rain jacket with you, that you kind of keep your head on a swivel and watch as that moisture keeps coming our way, because it caused so much chaos last night between I-70 closing and traffic backing up through all of the town of Avon. Just be very, very careful out there. I was driving on I-70 last night, and it was quite scary as there was some standing water that got pretty deep, and I mean, I was worried my car was going to start sliding. We're used to driving in the snow. We're not used to driving in the rain. We are expecting that high chance of moisture today, an 85% chance, a high of 77 degrees. 53 degrees first thing this morning, so those temperatures are going to warm up quite a bit. As we take a look ahead into this evening, that chance of precipitation is still going to remain, a 60% chance of moisture, a low of 50 degrees, and that sun is starting to set just a little bit earlier and earlier by the day. 8:28 p.m. is when we'll see that sun kind of starting to set tonight, so make sure that you are prepared for that. Maybe if you're going to the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo, bring your rain jacket with you. Maybe multiple, because it is going to be, I would like to say there's going to be some precipitation. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor, temperatures down in Denver, nice and warm, 94 degrees. It looks like they are going to see a little bit more sunshine, a 50% chance of moisture. Here in Vail, 77 degrees, that 85% chance of moisture. In Avon, 82 degrees with an 85% chance of precipitation. And then in Eagle, 84 with that 70% chance of moisture coming our way. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, we are expecting more rain in the forecast. It does look like into the weekend we are going to see those chances of precipitation quite high. Into next week, though, it's going to start to decrease, a 25% chance of precipitation. So make sure that you are prepared for that moisture as it's coming our way. Coming up next, we're going to be chatting with someone very special here in our valley, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and a kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
We've got some very special guests that come from all over around the valley. And man, do we have a crew here this morning. And we've got a very special, I mean, the man in the middle, the man in the hat, the man who wears many hats, Erik Stahl. He's a great language teacher here in the valley, but also a TV drama teacher. Erik, I'm going to let you just take it away.
That's okay. Yeah, this is a film series called The Other Side of the Lake, The Purple Girl. I started writing this film series in the 90s, and then thanks for all my friends that like it. I was on TV in 2015. On 2017, I won this award, the Telly Awards, Best Writer and Acting. But I want to say thanks to all my friends that are here. I have all my friends here, like Hannah Pastrana, she's 10 years old, and we have William, also Pastrana, and other actors and actresses. I got Elizabeth Yanina, and I got Nikki Flores, and I got Lalo Flores.
Rocha.
Lalo Rocha.
Yeah.
Lalo Rocha, that is from Mexico, and he was a politician in 2013 to 2016 in Aguascalientes. And I want to say, I mean, really nice, all my friends that support my film, acting, and this is fun. And people ask me about my whole name. I know my whole name, Erik de la Torre Stahl, but people call me Erik Stahl. And I want to say thanks, Maddie, for having us today, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you guys are from all over, and it's so cool because you're a language teacher, but yet you've got all sorts of languages just crammed onto the couch with you right now.
Correct. Yeah, the way you can learn a new language is acting in my School of Languages in Avon, and you can call telephone number 970-470-1016, 970-470-1016, and you can learn new language acting. Of course, if you don't like acting, it's okay. You know. So you don't like acting? Do you like acting?
No. I'm gonna have to be honest. I do this, and this is what I like to do. I like to be live on camera, and here I am.
See, I have some of the actresses. I have is Elisabetta Yanina, Russian. And how long have you been here in the Valley?
Hi, I came here 3 years ago.
3 years ago. That's nice.
And
you'll be acting and doing TV journalism in Russia, right?
I finished, I got a bachelor degree in Russia in journalism. It's People Friendship University of Russia. And yeah, I had experience working on TV too. So yeah.
Perfect. Welcome to be in the show. And I have Nikki Flores, also acting and learning a new language. And how you feel today? Nice. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Beautiful.
It's really nice.
She loves to like different colors, color her hair like now to red color. Looks cool. And we have Lalo Rocha from Mexico.
Yeah.
And what's your next challenge? What's the message for all the students?
Well, I think the most important is always follow your dreams, and there was no big dream. And I think that's all. Just always follow your dreams. That's all.
He is a student learning English, and a last minute arrived to my show and invite him to the show. I'm so happy to have him too. And I have Hannah Pastrana. What do you think? How are you? Where are you from? Colombia?
Yeah.
Colombia. So like, and you too, William, right? So you are brothers, brother and sister, and they're acting in the film series. It's fun, right?
Yeah.
A veces es un poco miedo estar enfrente de las cámaras para los que nos ven todos en México, en Colombia, pero es divertido. Es terapéutico y aparte, pues, si usted quiere aprender también inglés, nos puede hablar al 970-470-1016, 970-470-1016 y aprender un nuevo idioma. Es una forma de triunfar en la vida, especialmente el inglés, y buscar algo que les guste, ya sea no nomás aprender inglés, ya sea cocina o arquitecto o hacer taxes, y es la forma de triunfar. Mi nombre es Erik Stahl y regresamos con Mari. Mari, ¿qué opinas? Do you like acting or do you never acting before?
Again, nope,
No,
I
no,
don't do
acting.
the acting. I do the live TV
Live
thing,
TV.
and that's what we do. But we are all out of time. Thank you guys so much for coming here this morning, getting everyone on the couch. What a fabulous kind of morning we've had. Make sure that if you are interested in learning a new language, or maybe you're just interested in getting into some acting, that you check out Erik Stahl's School of Languages. Coming up next, we've got just a little Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Thank you. Thank you.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Check your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
That was a show. That was busy.
That was a
That was a whirlwind.
I was not ready for the amount of bodies that we just squoze onto the couch, but it was pretty impressive.
Squoze. Inventing new verbs here. We squoze some people on our couch today. Erik Stahl, though, great language teacher. Thanks for bringing all those friends along. Frost Creek sounds like a great golf course. And honestly, one of the few places around where you can build a new home. Land is tight up here. So that's pretty cool news.
I know, super cool. And I mean, they have so many amenities there. If you just go to their website and you just watch that intro video, I mean, it never stops.
Yeah. Impressive. They have Jeeps that you can rent and go four-wheeling on. That's pretty cool.
Just rally some Jeeps. What if you already own a Jeep?
Whew.
$1 million question.
Yeah, you can bring somebody else to the Jeep party.
Yes, Jeep party.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to be a great day. We've got 2 more nights of the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. Of course, thanks for the Rodeo Royalty for joining us as well today. And thanks to Dr. Angela from Valley View Hospital.
I know, such an impressive hospital they are and serving the community so well. Everyone's welcome. I love it.
I love it. Love it. What are you going to do this weekend? What do we got going on?
dancing tonight,
Mhm.
farmer's market on Sunday,
Okay.
sleeping all day tomorrow.
Okay.
It's going to be great. You?
I am going to be covering the rodeo this evening for the scoreboard. So look forward to that. Monday at 6 p.m. You're going to have all the results from the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. Hopefully I'll be able to snag a couple athletes, get some good interviews in. And from there, I heard a little rumor that Sylvan Lake might be open again.
Oh, man.
So I may be bringing the old paddleboard down to there and letting the pup swim, having a good time.
Happy Friday, everyone.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of